Owia Kaseɛ de apadunu fo akomuna kuruche de agu mu semfo asem ayakroje se nyankopɔ ni so ɛno ɛna apesemaka fo ba ko yebesi nkonya tran nkonya so nkonya dema no ni abomu nchiremu abobo chema akoma akode amam se kokɔ akɔ mesika www.owiatv.com sa enso ɛna Owia official YouTube Owia official TikTok Owia TV Facebook ɛne ni aka nyina no kɔ awon sabekan na wanyaye no ahweye na wo de won kra enso ɛde ato ase ya no ahye no amamansa nyina ehu se aha ana ye kan kaseɛ no ɛwɔ ensme de bramu di edi mu akotinyi animu no ebi ene se menemo ɛkasa ye abetodwa se abankaseɛ mu mampanyina hye se wɔn mo bekomputupuru enhia mu akotena se adwendwen de afa kwan papa wɔn befa so amakoko ehu ntiwahyew na aba no wɔn behu no kumasibre
Enipa mampani ayi wɔn foforo kra se nkosi o my Ghana na mu ɛwɔ aman ahodo so no Wadi ato won wanim so manka bomu ena afesubampa eni won wanim kan
Sa enso anameno Ekase National Development Planning Committee Dr. Nimoy Thompson aye jomtani di atudwa sa o main puntunyuma ato apinyina no eye niema bia yato nsabe mu ntra
Ghana eguso ye shai okon ewo drim keta se ene proye eho National Transparency International won hwehwemu a won maye Edi muamane bo aba chese oman no yeda so gina di gina
enka ne aban krache panyimfo awodro anasa bansia nemu ano mo mpeso awodro no se wonu betia da nkraye mu sanse wonu sika bi akem
na ora baba jama amampani chese na nko siga na nemu e Nigeria nenso na konya wonu matwe edi afri hono no ebeto odwa se biro se ase baba jama mampani ni abankese mu moto monite edi esine so na ora Felix kwache ofusu abeyi nsembia no
abujafo weyo ene afoforo pi ni aboaboa no semfo asema yakroji se nyankopɔ ni sio apesemaka fo be no ekenkan eyemme abuja pani owusu diumi minimini aberma
nana kwame achiman opambo
kaseɛ bɛyɛ ode na ate adapa fa be fontinta fidi awdo nyina so emfa naseɛ emfama yaboafo be no a wɔn masinsa atofo senkra dokuna ye no na wɔmde aso yasene emopa fie emopa super premium any premium no edi nipa sanso na dwabi rural bank ebesika se mo ntoto dia wusa no ho a etesa dia woni asorobo ayaka no okotokro ebekasro ententam so a yemfa kase ni mu nchimu no yemfa nto so emfa emmamo yenyina yenim se ebretia wai mu no medemo ekase koko hu nsam ato ape sika yede koma nananum akuafo a wonno adua wonum koko akọ aboye ate abo akọ na buo na afe wo mode agu apaso enum ata amana wode agu botomu akọ koko aseye na wonum de akotu sisidia so no makadi awia kakra ye wonum dwa ata wo se de ma wo mo no mo so de kofie ede ko bo mo bra no ato apen e wo honom eno amana nanom akuafo te adankra ye mo wo mo bosu jetire a wonum ani nyine e koso wo hono Ghana fo mpanyfo ani ntini adwetwe wo mo mutiri bo bew eguso a wonum kire wonum adwen toto wo madwen pepam papa ebefa so asa ohawi yebenya no poma sibre ne yesi ano kra e wo honom na eno ne mprempre yi enkra abeka Owia Kaseɛ yensa echirema His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana meche Ghana mampani John Dramani Mahama enam ni panyimfo so ama wonma hye Felix Ofosu kwache a wono ena ebankita wudie ewo abankese mu a wotua no ede krata de aba bonten semputupuru enhia mu ebeba so nyame ya atom a ogefo bo so me to so edu eba ko a eye nyame ya atom a wachina no wono ko na ni ntini adwetwe won mo no durubunu mu a won mo ka bi wo edwene fa wo me mbenye o man ne pomasibre no akosi nkonwa atra nkonwa demo atra nkonwa so no mo so adwen sense asa wa ikeka bom dia bepam srete ne kaba wo ma nkwan papa won befa so na sa wo hawia eya agihini na ede wo haw ede be na no makuafri won bepa ne pomasibre e wo hono mo ye nyina ye nim edom kuma wo man Ghana ma hye bedwafie asori agina sa wo konyina banko a won so akeka bia totu bie no mo de ama aben se aben atwine ni senkrani a wo ye no hiye e wo po ho sabo wabo mi fita dukumfo ano sima wade ho eba koko hu nsam a enya de a wo fie kura enu nti won ma hye aban ne se won tutu mirika no nya ne sesabie koto oba tan a asam ahano na ye nananum koko kuafoi ene won mo abon mo di koko hu dwayi sabe won mo nso ha won mo e kakra e wo hono ma won mo jam na hye bedwa fie di nsem pii ene tu dwa na eno na afedie wo twedi ampotekro from a otonsuo na obowia mowia wo abaduasaje abayen abeto dwa se afedie aban no mirika a won mo kwa atenase akwadwene ho na afi won mo apenopo mesibre
Ghana mampanyi John Dramani Mahama and wadi ato empanyimfo awodo awayi won mo se won mo yankogina my Ghana nemu ewo aman hodo so animu se won mo nhwe na oman no na won mo akoma so afi nkabo mu ena afi oman no bibia won mo be no omumane ni won mo animu kan ewo sa won mo dwumadie no emo na enchere kra de beto dwa se aman hodo a my Ghana yeni anamusifo honmo na hoda mpan excellency John Dramani Mahama said ya umani tumi ede emra emano no ejina so ama wabobbo nkofo bi mu din se won mu na enkogina oman no anemu na won mu so afremo sai na afi wakodi won mu juma ene nam so a omanpanyi de ato won mu animu se wabra mu ko tu saa ejina anaso mu ko si ejina ede ama oman Ghana no ewo se wu se oman no yehia nkabo mu saa so na bibia moye no omama oman no eni won mu animu kan na womade nyina mo hwese ede ne mapa ebebre o my Ghana omampanyi ekirese ene yeti ewiase a amanyose mu nsakiraye aba obia ne de woye amahodo obia pese woye de beboa ne man anunti se ko base ukosi o my Ghana nemu ewo amahodo mu ne se wadutu anamo amfansi ya na ne bewiase o my Ghana yensu yekobuada ewo hunti obesrese womo agina bia ombesi no oma oman no ena won makoma so na eni won manu kamumpenka bomu emfama oman babia wonu ko bia omampanyi so ogidie ni arehemu e wonu mu wonmomusu ane omoban se de omusiti arunti ane nam so de sa adwumadie yi ahye wonu nsanti obesese omukono omumtutu omanamon emfa ensiye His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ensembi odi tudwanie.
Ghana's diplomacy will be judged not by its ceremony alone but by results. Your work must translate into jobs, growth, opportunities, security, and measurable benefits for our people. You are expected to pursue economic diplomacy with urgency by attracting strategic investments, expanding non-traditional exports, promoting tourism, facilitating innovation and technology transfer, and strengthening Ghana's competitiveness in global markets. Every partnership you build, every market you open, and every investor you attract must serve a broader national purpose. The government has embarked on a reset agenda grounded in integrity, efficiency, accountability, and results-driven governance. As heads of mission, you are required to reflect this national reset by moving from passive representation to purposeful engagement, from routine reporting to proactive problem-solving, and from presence to impact. Your mission plans must be firmly aligned with Ghana's development priorities.
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and the science mitudya na wakasana na Ghana na msifu ahodoa womu ekojina nemu ama ahodo mu ana wonmu so afrem esai ewo Jubilee House.
Jumadi bi ekoso na fo bese mienu na bomode asi wo my Ghana mu abomudi di jumadi yi na ni nyina kwampapa e befa so na sustainable development goals a United Nations chairman Sanku Baitan wonmo ahye se enkodu fi champion mienu ene na duasa ne mu no na botaye esi wiase nyina ani so ebinum ni nsupa asetena pa yeyie ene ne yakeke ka ho nyina no atimi aduru omanfo ne temamufo wonmo epona no eno ho dwumadie ene ho nkomobobi ena ekoso ewo nkrampopuni mantem ubepiem ewo my Ghana National Development Planning Campaign de wotie adwemo Dr. Noy Thompson wona wotie adwom wode nsembi ede atodwa ne nsema wo kanyina ene se ene ubepie o memu a okosemu ni esi ekorakorade pa ne de enya de a eye obia adayeso na obia anye na dwen se obefa so na wotuho anamon ene wo mayempu ntodwuma ato ape na akoyese kane babu na yenya bie nyina no eye ekwan ya yefaso na ne ye wankasa dada no yenya abotre se yebeye nsiesie ne yesiesie na atimi yagina ne namro so pampe se subontimu koku eno ena ayeyese adayeso a wobia eya no wotwam se de kwa me nkroma twam wonfie yatwi yani ayenye yadwense yebedwo wotufo sese yebo modern na ma ya mamre ne ho amane no eye hia de se de esukom ede wo na wo pe nsu anom no a eno beboa ama amansan kubata United Nations yi saa empuntunwuma ene ade esie ne so fi champion bienu ne aduasa no mu no se omai bia bedru hu na wiase adru hu no Ghana yenso ye beko afi yemfa ensiye ne nweta so enhom emfa enhyem se ne be ya niema ye wodada no no saa aye de ka ne se ensiesie no ebe ye hu akade ne abomoden asiesie ye ne saa ebetimi aboa yen ama yakoyenim. Dr. Nimoy Thompson.
The lack of maintenance culture is part of institutional deficits. So fixing institutions as a whole, that's what I meant by soft issues. Fixing institutions broadly will have to necessarily include the culture of maintenance. But we just simply neglect it. And it's so pervasive. So this is not something we're going to do in the next 3 or 4 years. We'll have to start over a long period of time. Even from schools, we need to begin to teach children about the importance of cleanliness, the importance of sanitation, importance of efficiency, everything, order. Otherwise, we're not going anywhere. But we have Meal Plan, which is defunct in Accra, and the only thing stopping them from producing is land title, I understand. The land that was taken in 1975, and they haven't done that. So it's a governance issue and a sense of purpose, a sense of urgency. I've seen the demolition of structures along the road. You see, there's some sense of urgency that we never had before. Now we have that. So let's also consider, as I said, those are soft issues, but we can discuss them. Currently, they need to come back and do their work, but we can meet at a separate forum or under separate circumstances and have a more extensive, focused discussion.
We Dr. Nimoy Thompson wono ye jumteni won ye tini kedwumadi egu so ekoso ewo atoye emantem na awe kwan ya won mafa so na won maboaboa edom mikire enipa won mo ye adwuma ewo abamu na won mo ejina brane a won betimi aboa amani suade huni akomo aboboso no makeke won mo abomu edom akopie adwumadi ase a akono yie pa na enumu no amansan kubata United Nations obabepiem a Senior Program Management Officer wononso aye Georgian Gifke wononso ewo hono bi na wode nsem bebre ede atodwa ni nyina eye kwampapa efi se yebetimi aboa ne nyina ya boye ho so na ya kanya ye ho ne aka bom etimi aboa amani so wade hu esi wiase nyina eni so no Ghana yenso ye de no yebetimi aben ho owura no so ede nsem atodwa ochi mu sei.
Over 90% of these goals relate to functioning infrastructure, and most of these infrastructures are maintained and in the hands of local governments. So we need to ensure that local governments have the means to implement, have the means to deliver for sustainable development for all stakeholders, for all citizens and constituents in the local government. What we always hear is data. If you don't know where you stand, where you want to go, you need to have the relevant data. Otherwise, you develop and move forward without knowing in which direction you're going. So you need to monitor. That's one step. Second is resources. And there, you're not just talking about financial resources. It's also the human resources, the institutional framework need to be in place that we can move forward, that we make the best of what we have rather than asking for something new. That's also one major requirement. So we're talking about, usually I would just put it together, data, resources, and institutional setup and capacity.
Georgian Gefke awono ebesi amansan kubata United Nations Senior Program Management Officer United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs ebesika sam ene asechem yewia won odi twidwa ni tintini ntia wo mu nyina ne se yanke yemu ambum yamfansi ye enweta so ene eye enkabomu ankamum yamfa ne yedin anhyemu a sabotan ya wodo ya 17 sustainable development goals aye botan ne se wo habese biusia enkono yebetimi anya na ni swade mu ya bam na wanhwe ya yebetimi aye no obregu
ewiase afana mu yewo adwumako bi brano ya na won mu bunkunta wode amahodo etunsanie ni wahwese eko ayeshaye ewodrim katasese ene proyeso no sei na ayemasi ko ewo ho na omasanso ade omai Ghana atunsenie ni biewu a ye ne amahodo beso ha ade wotwemienu ana omode tunsenie ni a sesi yakasa omai Ghana yetoso adioso ensia 76 ewo elko ayesai ewo dream ketasehye ene proye ehono wo chese kane emu ananke yenya no na aduanan mienu ena emfimpinu ene aduonu ensia bosumi obine da toso wotwede a omode baaye no nso no yakọ akonya abare baako ade akaunti enya aduanan miensa ewo honom na no ena wonum aben efa dream ketasehye ne proye ne kunu emu the Transparency International wonum HSA oman na emana yenya esharodo awasanki yetumi nya bika ho na edi adanse ya kire ense okwa yesai awodwurim ketasehye ene proyeso no yeni abre wo ho yie papa na wasesa wo hwe amfimpinu ene aduonu nan a emana yenya ena ejina bese aduanan mienu ena wei yakonya baako aka ho akogina aduanan miensa na kro pede wo mususe oman no ye moye ho modensa na Transparency International wonum HSA wode wani afam na wode waso to fom na afi wadomu suko na wahese amahodo wako omosai ewo dream ketasehye ene proyeso na ekosei eno no mo friend corruption perception in the CPI na no mo say emfimpinu ene aduonu mu Ghana yenya emano aduanan miensa sede emfimpinu ene aduonunum yenya yeya eno achi ne so esan ehwan ba ya ebegina aduanan bi na ese eno no atiko fom kakra emfimpinu ene aduonunan yenya saa emano na yebu nkompon akoyenchidi a na eye emfimpinu ene edunan ena oman no yenya emadodo pa a yenya aduanan nwotwe a na echese saa bre mu ho ko ade yesai ewo dream ketasehye ene proyeso no na yebo ye homodin pa na emfimpinu ene edununum ade na omoyeye no anema hodo bi na mkeka bo mudi gu nsane ani a won de kire se oman na ko yesai ewo dream ketasehye ene proyeso yenhye da enko ye nimu saa ni titru eye kwane a wo chese won mu fa so ama o mantemwafo panyin pa ase kronofiko no kwan bi so yedi yi na konwa adi free hono no won mo chese enu akomu bi ena ama oman na yenya emadodo a na yehye animu kwan afei attorney general so ekoba ne se ekoba se obi asem eda asem dibia efa dream ketasehye ene proye ho a abansesa ba ene ne aka kire nipa kone se tuya ba se wo nchemu aduosia na ho mo nchemu aduanan de yemfa ho enche wo se ne nyina ka ho bi ene mo ka bo mu hye se oman no okwa yesai ewo dream ketasehye ne proye so no yenko yanim ewo mu eno so na nchen wose operation recover all loot eno so ebaya ora no nanko wonum nu se ebebo adwuma na yede akodwurum ketasehye ne proye nanso ko wiase no na saa nkofo no so akoba ne se obi wo house sika ne metua ti wo tie ne kakra akra ne nyina no so ye gyan no amana afa ne ho ade ebinum nsem ye ni ba bi ko se ne nyina aka ho bi ana ama oman no ye da so gina de gina office of the special prosecutor so no wo mu su se adwuma wosanko ye de bu adwurum ketasehye ne proye enkoba ne senti oman yentimi nko yanim ewo ko a yesai ewo dwurim ketasehye ene proye ho
Inyesi Boni Cancer, former municipal, nasa metropolitan municipal and district chiefs executives. One more abayin craching penyimfo one more mensini awodwa one more ejina abayino enim ewo ehwe said ebeya impuntu njuma ene ade ebeben omanfo one more abuboa ano anasa one more eprano na saa asrofo anasa akrachifo ya wo mu di djuma edema oman Ghana emre bia etwam tiaweyi wo mo ene wo mani abra one more kasei wo se enche said ya one more eritwan one more sanka wo beti adankraye mu ayo ye kire abosudwetire ediko jambo won muti na wo makekam ateateamu amewiase nyina ache one more kan hu se afedie ekomode wo mo atamehye adentira wo mu kire mu abra wo mo de besom wo manyi ene sabre ya wo mo de akwakotena fie won mu sika won mo dwete kaslaza kakra kudi wose yede ma wo mo no abayi baaye watwenani a chese enya de a wo fi wo no kra eno na amene brebrebesia ba besie amene wo mo yo mo hwe a wo no agi wo mo gina enyiyi wo mo sese de wo no ho ache wo no pa enam so mo makeke ka wo mo ho bom se ba kofo yefunu mo ma eti na me no kase enka ne afija kwa bre south wo no nyamfo Collins adaipoku na afeye enka ne German south ono so na ono so gina de ma wo mo ono nyamfo Andrews Bediako wo mo de omu kiremu a wei eye bondefo sema ye tiri moden semu abaye etimi ediduku obod yempa na wan na adwe so obobo wo motimbodi a ebo no fosem amasese won mo tete won mo hahai na ne omo kanie we ko ba se won mo beboabo wo mabusuafo ano se to aya ka bom ya bo no tofu ano no na afi won mo kodan dom mo sa ta ya hye buku ne si apaso ewo asoyeye a wo hwe man ga na sikasem no enya afi na mo de abanka ba begu wo mo nsewu na mo betie tie mo abehaha wo mo nie se de aprenkensima wo haha na nie e de kire nkrofo no wo se ban sa de e be ha adwen sanse won ma bona ya banche ne bodi ya adane fufuo ya de amu fie enu nti wo mo keka wo ho abom na wo ma ba ba ye oye kire ewo asoyeye a wo no hwe sikasem so wo so wo susu sesa wo mo de wo mo hiasem e ka bom kruche no de gu huma mu na wo mo de ba enu bia mpanyufo betie na sopem na afei wo mo tu ho na mo de ama wo mo yenkotie owura wono ejina mo de German South na eye na nka bodina mu de German South abato no empesua no so Andrews Bediako ensema odi tudwa
president ye mo be say 3 months salary na odi kope baby na obe bibi obetra because ye koye adwuma na yete aban banguru and this buy na president in fire 3 months kanu ma na say ye beda so atena aban banguru ma senka current man this is in common baby
komunya baby ntra
and you know it's very disheartening but o man dey wo mpa na say atufo say wotua MPs no dey
MPs na omo ekwa ahomje
yes
yes
the current omo obi a owie ne 4 years e wasen ko
no gracia ne bia
jessica wotua no ankasa ne hoka
and amomo de omfa de
nobody has been paid and it's very disheartening
now the reason they say
just say odwe ho awonti ase yetumi throw letters local government minister chief of staff at my instructions the last information I wanted said president Kwasi Woman instructions say he should pay
why is he not paying
o pesa we book time crowd with him you don't get the time to meet him o send the message he won't respond o friend he won't pick
at all for say
yes
or hear magana yi
no so o hear magana yi but my won him say yankofo e bi afrim na anu ye ba ko frim of voter region ba ko ne yere na o yare e wo northern region surgery so mo ye ne won tumi nyesika nkwankwa oba na afrim so very disheartening
but
Arusha enkane German South aban krache panyini ononyamfo Andrews won ete ninkan nana eye abra omahene yawo adubuache etena konwom no honhom no ade ndemu ewo owia ade kye so ene one ne boss ankomo ya owia kase enso yenso ye de ani kruche wisi ahwemienu santam de ta akire na ye kruche bi digu mamu se mfo se mu ye kroje a ya to bi ede amane mu yi
so for wono ana hwe nkitamudie so ewo aban mu owura Felix kwachi ofosu na wose ebinum kekasa ensa wono ato ede afro owura baba jama se akonwan nanka wodie se wono ne omaigan na musini ewo Nigeria memsese de yeyi ede afri nationals ya bone nasi tuo no asa omoto monitor ede esi owura baba jama so no osesa asem no ente sa de bere da nemum anamo aban no etu ye na mampanyi ekire se ene owura baba jama na konwan yaji ede afri nsemo no na ejina ensemo betu odwa ene de onu ankasa kanso ana mampanyi ade tu sa anamo no enu nti no eno enkire se sabio ekwadu ene nsema hodo afo owura baba jama ho no yaji na konwan de afri nsem de ebua ne fo ewo ho owura akwachi ofosu ekirechire mu ese aban no se ekobasa bibi esia ensem a wote ene de ordinary adi akire ni mpensempensemu kakra wono aye no ana ogina so adisi agina enu nti agina na mampanyi si ye no agina saa anema hodo am boso yi eso na atiefo be hye ne so na wotwe wie ye ana ayawasu east NDC amnyuku no wo mo ekogina so se wo koto aba na wadi aidi obeginam ade akopre mrahire dwafie akonwe sanse ewo se intimu aba ekoso sanse prempre de akonwa no eda empan na no anegwe wi ase no na abetodwa se owura a wono egina Ghana na mu ewo Nigeria mamu owura baba jama ayade se eniema de wakwa akoche bi ho pa a TV 32 inch television de wo chiche bi pa obiji ana ehyenamotuem na afi wafa akire ho a kosia ya noa na ya pa mu de makoni gire na ahyem na eno nso waje ade aka ho na ene ye wo munkomoko saa na wo de akoto aba meyi machia na wo ko fie na ho nsem eba ye no ana dodo na akire se wura baba jama wanye de yi anamso mama mpanyin na konwa waje ade afri ne nsemo asemi ho ena owura Felix kwachi ofosu abechirechim se Davida wonu ntu woni te emfansi owura baba jama so ne nchiremu binie
Number 2, party guidelines back. Now I say we appointee of government now so could do the bill party more. So we have to we should use the answer local place about one. Again, it is not new. And what the for Ghana memory. He caused about 7 or so ministers in his government to resign here to the election because they wanted to contest the NDP primary.
Yes.
Yes, so it is not unprecedented. They are there. The party believes, say, in order to create a level playing field, so that Obi are abusing the position towards contesting the party position. And also, Obi are abaying mediation is an Anton Sayanko pre-Gibia. Now, which means a focus a corporate party the Ghana and need to know resign 6 months to election. How does that constitute pressure between the party and the people in government? I think it's a fair proposition. So we are office holder. You resign within a reasonable time and so how to praise. Otherwise, you'll be conflicted. And now any other office holder outside of a ministerial we are. I'll be required to resign. It is only fair. It makes sense. Say money be anything. How does saying that another developing these guidelines constitutes a rift between the party and how does it target anybody? It doesn't target anybody. Even assume they said there was a disagreement between the party and government in terms of policy position and after how to set the line. That makes sense a bad thing. Because I have been in government. 2 ministries have disagreed on policy before. It only means that we are thinking about how to develop our country, how to run governance properly.
Fellas, quite for Sue, or no, and a shanky town with you so, our Bamu, and our bitch, we said to our motonsa, at the Afro rubber Benjamin, so Murphy, Nakunya, ye shine at the free Nasino, 1 moon to one niter emphasis in the moon, Ejina Emra Quaiso.
I was your for so got to say, or come my chapatasa, na a quabrani, and Amadu. So na wadena kusi wono mo yefa na se chenje di mu pieza tete wa bekwa ya che na emu abo ntokuro ko fa woni aba akote ahesuo emfa nko emu pafie yenko da wono masiu nenene de dise wo se o ensa be no wo ma ba betwam emu me no emu pa ba betwam esanse emu pamo ne de a wode aba no emme pa kankan se wonya abotre na wanya wo premium ana super premium na wanya so jambi soya bean oil no ebi na wanya yummy tomato paste ni bi na ade aka ho no oba pa wasi abotre twetwa ne ma frafa ne ma se wode eye situdu na wuria wanwa aye premium no ana super premium no na wode aka ana wo yesutudu no na wia wode agum aye no dwodofo watwu moku papa bi na wanya odo aya sibi so no beef no na wode achesoje awade no na afi wode aya anwam na owie na twu moko na odwetwa je ne kakra edigu so eche baba jama kakra de to so a na wa be se wo ko anim pa wo honom a enye asem ketwa na emo na wode aba omunya abotre na wo mo yo omui enya abotre na omo aye jambi so ya oil no so ya bi oil no wo mo nya abotre na omo aye yummy tomato paste na wo mo de aba bomodin wo ba pa efie stores ahodo amoton mo restaurant ahodo hotels ahodo a mode mu edi dwumade mesrewa eya ko emopefie na ko premium anase super premium rice ni bi na fako na watofo no ba no mbetobia obonse wo betu awuso se wowa ene wo na amane matimi akonkan ede amaw ewo hono mo wode wani kiremu ewo Oyopa FM adumu a ye wo hono mo ye ben hopa sanso ena patase achemfo hotel wonsa ebekan amawe visa parks and gardens ehonso woba wonsa ebekan mo amopem dodo atuo no na mo nso maton nya ho mfa so pewa atibi are no 0244615617 0244615117 na eni mpanyimfo eni nkita ho na nya bi na fakọ na nya mentimi enkonkan yenko Dwabi Rural Bank ebesikadie esika hu dwumadie ehon totoye ene ade de ya mesew se wusan Dwabi Rural Bank ho a na eja wadwo na wo kwa akotwa wɔn ma ben ɛwɔ kuku dam ɛni nti ne adwetwura wɔn tiri mu ɛbɔ bewa wɔn nim sika ho dwadie yie paa ɛno nti wɔn ma bɔmɔden ɛde nneɛma bebree ɛna ɛde ato akwan mu savings account current account first deposit saa ɛnso ɛna microfinance susu yi wopɛ shares ɛnim ne adeɛ daachinti investment ɛne ne yɛkeka ka ho nyinaa brando ne nsi nkonwa wɔn kyerɛkyerɛ ne nyinaa mu na afei no wia wɔyi ne wopɛ ɛma wɔn fi sɛ asempa loan no ɛwɔ hɔ no mu imputupuru bi a nneɛma bi aba maame wɔ sɛ wotɔn bi paapɛ wɔ sɛ wotɔn bi nanso sika na wode kɔ akɔfa no no ɛho akɔ atwe tutumika na afɔ ani ekyem ɛwɔ dwabi rural bank na de mpanyinfo nkosi nkonwa na mu ntrase eni nkita ho sima kakra bi donre kakra bi na wonsa aka na wode kɔ sanso ɛna ɔbatampa loan maame minu aba a mudi dwa ahodoro no mesrawo sika krai ɛna bank bisia de okwaji a obi nim sɛdeɛ na abɛtena so bo ntimi ntia mesrawo enye dwabi rural bank fo ani kyerɛ mu na na ɔmo nkɔtena so na monye nhyehyɛ na gye wode na fa kɔhye wdwadiem na niema entimi enkonkan asɛn foforo aba ɛwɔ atonsu edwane mu ɛma remfi sɛ branches ahodoro no dwabin ɛgye so ɔnwe fumasua bonwe saa enso na sepeti mpom Roman Hill ɛna afi adeseman New Road pankro no ɛna afi yi aboso nyina no ɛda so wɔ hɔ a edi dwuma ɛwɔ hɔ nti fɛn ɛwɔ 0544 745856 ana 0271464327 na ne mpanyimfo eni enkomo ɛwɔ ɛhɔnom yɛnto akaseɛ no so na yɛmfa ɛmamo aha ɛyɛ Owia Kaseɛ mfonyini ɛna waso ɛna wani gu so a wɔhwɛ a wutie ɛwɔ hɔnom no yɛntumi ka na yɛde ni akyerɛ mu a ɛsa ɛwɔ ayawaso is abato empesua no so yɛnyina yɛnim sɛsɛ deɛ adampan sɛ de mate dada no ɛndi si amanyo koko sinanim ɛkɔkɔtɔ abasa omu koyi onintiri baako ɛtufa nka de ama wɔ mu kowi akyerɛ mate ho nsɛm bebree a akɔakɔwi na kosua kra a ya no ɛdi mu kwakyemi ebinom sɛ ne din ɛne baba Jamal ɛwɔ hɔ ti sɛ wote sɛ obi frɛ baba Jamal wanwe ane ekosua ya no a yɛde mako ɛde ahyem ɛwɔ hɔ no mu na ɛndi si amanyo ko no mpanyi de krata aba na so ɛyɛ a omu nyina ɛkasa etia kada hyɛ pɔyɛ ne kankan a onu nso sɛ ɛma abatoɔ a yɛto wɔ man Ghana no sɛbe ɛma yenya nipa kan ɛwɔ sɛ odi dwumadie bi anim ɛma ne nkonkodi ɛdɔm dodoɔ no emu bi ate adankra yɛ mu ama ɔmo so de krata ɛde aba abɔnten a wɔn mu kyerɛ mu a saa abatoɔ a wɔn kɔtɔ yɛ wɔ NDC amanyɔkuo no mu a baba Jamal ɛde 32 ɛyɛ mama mako aduasa mienu ɛna odidi amina animuo no abra yɛ so wɔkyɛ 32 inches television no ɔmo modern na nkuo mu entwam yɛ nam saa no so ama adoani ekyirem ɛwɔ hɔ no ma yɛnuanom muslimifo ayawaso Council of Zongo Chiefs na nanom atankonya atenase ama ɔmo de krata de aba abɔnten ayɔ nsɛntwofo nhia mu a Owia Kaseɛ yɛnso yɛnsa ka bie de wɔn mo kanyina agina brane wɔn mo se wɔn mo ti woyie wɔn mo te ahodwo wɔn mpa mo koma setena bia a wɔn mpe ho bia bibia ɛkɔ so wɔ hɔ bia no aban nhwɛ wɔamfa ne nsa anka sɛ wɔ kotwam anaasɛ wɔ kɔyɛ manko ankofa hwehwe amfa amma wɔse wɔn mu nkura mu sɛ etwe na wɔn mo nkɔso san sɛ bibi bɔne bia ne wɔn ma esi wɔ ɔmo mpɛ sɛ wɔn ma so ndua wɔn mo nya no no ɛnam ehu nti no ɛbɛkɔ akɔto apen
our reaction is to plead, as my chairman said, we are living peacefully in this community and we need to move ahead with the peace. Nima has to be united and already Nima is united. So if they say they are going to cancel the elections, we don't know what is going to happen. So let us keep the result as it is. There's no election that is perfect. There's no problem in it. It's only God knows who is clean. So we appeal to them to leave it as it is. Had it been, it's a different person who won the election. It is the same thing that we the chiefs, will with him. Yes. So we are one people and one destiny. Yes.
So is Zongo Chiefs and as a Council of Zongo Chiefs and Amoti Mokanya say be a one say one more year about time be a one move this Alconia Banqua, Alcojana Wadom Baba, Quabia Waya, dear Enco Yet Debbie. One more say, Samia Bushna Penny Kwan and Cambridge be a medium Kunim on the Nakoban say, Wamba sorry, Aboduku, as sorry, now one more Asha Jarabia at the Janamechi, now feel one Makania, sanse wono te asomdwe mu pa ampese wo masomdwe ebesenti aba no won nkurom se ne aye no a na wo monko wo manim ewo honom
yeda so ejinamu ewo Ayawasu East empesua eso na endi semanyuku no emu mpanyimfu a wonmo da amanyuku no anu wo mpesua no so ana wonmo exese Adam kase ya womrashire dwafie wonmo nsem wo de batu dwa efa Ayawasu East abato a ekos na wotwe awieye eho no sebe eye wonmo ankasa efie asem ana wonmo ani nemumu no aboane dididie na wontra asuoja we de omodidi e de atra ana omodo mo nsem aba bewuram ewo Ayawasu East wonum na obesere wonmo ntwe won ho emfanyina nchen na afia manyokuo no edi ne juma ewo empesua no eso na Adam kase ya womrashire dwafie na wotwe etwa mu ana wura mahama yarega edi wonum animu a wode ebetu edwa wa abra bato no ko na wiye se de wonum si eche niema ewo honom motorbikes no ne TV ne mokoni kosua ne adinti no ade se ewose wonum tumi etwa saa abani mu kura esanse senkanya mako ani kosua ne ade a wonum cheye emu ne de ka ho na nka bia enkorimdie no ankoba ne se de yesi hu ni na adianim guase na abre andisi amanyuku no anu ntie twam a eye na saa asemi hu no na ewo Owia TV so no Haji Muhammad Sakibu wono na oye twetwerofo panyi ede ma andisi amanyuku no ewo Ayawaso apoye empesua ne so woni yedi nko ho na wo chese ensemu a Adam kase no ba no dani wodi won mani de betu dwane sebe won mo ni nyina so bia se abane yentwam anu ntie mantumu baabi wo mo amanyuku no wo mo gina mafam ana mo ye mo adwuma ewo empesua ne so ana mrahye dwafo nso won ye wo adwuma anu nti mo ofo ho ma ehye amanyuku nim ewo empesua nso bia eni ne dokono ewo baabi a wotie bia ensem bia Haji Muhammad wodi tu dwanie
is that we have a party structure.
Okay.
We have a party structure. And the party structure, we will always follow the party structure. We have the national, we have the regional, and then the constituency. Okay. So every decision that we take, we wait for the national or maybe they've coming from the regional executive so that we take all other actions, except those ones that the constituency can even handle. You see, so if the parliamentary caucus have come out with their written fine, we are waiting. At least the parliamentary caucus have said yes, fine. The only people that are investigating is the national. The FEC has, given on the, how do you call it, the 3-member committee to investigate whatever is happening.
Okay.
We had a free and fair election. You see, I'm very sad. Anytime you're free, now you're beside, say, investigate. But no one is even giving credit. This has even whitewashed everything. The credit that we even did, the constituency did for organizing a very free and fair election. There wasn't any argument, there wasn't any violence on the polling, around the polling station or even in the polling station, the center itself. There wasn't any.
Ayawasu East empesua so and this amanyuku de for Haji Muhammad Sakibu.
Yada so jina Ayawasu East abato empesua no so ndisi amanyuku ni munsensemi ya ensemi betro dwa na betro dwa se amanyuku no ate abedwakuo se wono momodin fo mani krutwa wi se omri menu santemi emfan hwehwe nsem no mukrogen se de sama ne tafunsuo na wo mfomso a ebe mu edefa ensem a abetro dwa se yese wono mo eche kasamfonyini nkosua emo amoase ene ne keka ho no kwasem nie fonyini bi etwaguo no kiremu a wokɔhwe obi de pa ese de wabie so tɔfofra enya asem ketwa wa abato na wiye na eno ne enya mente senne saa bedwaku a ndisi amanyuko no ete wo mo no wo mo de wo no mpoma sibre ene ne omunya ye nyina no ede bekɔ akɔto empanyimfo anim ye kwa ama no so na ye ni yewra Richard Commodore wabe ebedrum die wo sikasem mu na afei bambon nsem a yes boni cancer fraud and security expert one ye ne ko bonko mu ora Richard ewie ye mo ha emo akwa aba eba Owia Kaseɛ so
Midday yanko
na abomte sen okay mi say eba ne say na sika ene adamudia ebia obi tua ede ama wo mo aye delegate ebeto aba no ebetimi anya nsunsuaso ewo man kabi ma min kabi amamu so ebedi eye asentiade se de omo ka no ma obi aduane di sika kakra de ma delegate a ebeto aba no ebetimi anya nsunsu aso boni bi ewo ye kabi ma menka bi amamu yi mu ana busa yehwe se enimam betimi ada ho yi na yene ne edi nkomo sanse yese edwama mfoso a na yaka yanum ensem se de wo kwatan de wo batan ya na de ogina won na atentrudo no ekura no so saa sika ya no mutuetue politicians kan se wono ma delegate ahyetiade eni ade ebetimi anya nsunsu aso boni bi awo yekabi ma menka bi amamu a yebufu aye na ora komodo mba teme. Okay. Enti eguso ya beto aso ebre sembo no se yensa eka yewura Richard Kumoda ye no ebeto aso na afi no wa man nchirimu ene adesuade efa ho na afi yesa bisa kwa ede en wo hwe animu ede afa abedwakuo yi wonom nsem omode ekono ede en wo hwe animu se ebeba abetodwa ewo ho no mo opambo
se de mi hu se ubeche obi bibi a ontwen se eduru bibi a kwa
ora komodo na me bisa se
hello sir
mpata fedi mu ye wo ho
mpata
na me bisa se so se delegate atu kwan na o ma be hia baabi beto aba na wo ma omokoto aba ma wo mo se monyi ahyentiade monyi TV monyi we
there are so many people speaking in the studio so it's coming and I'm not hearing a word.
Me bacha afedi dede na eja ye kofom
exactly
etina mi bisa se delegate beto aba na wo beto aba ma wo mo se jiwe fafa ka jiwe oba ye kom de odi aduane di ebi cha ne ma TV ni ade ne betimi anya nsunsu aso boni bi ewo ye kabi ma menka bi amamu so ana
no ne ka no enye no asem na ye ka minia obi koto aba na in the owo any the police station 1 minute walk na sa nipa no wa manu TV wa manu 5,000 say on fanfaka. I think you and I know that he doesn't need 5,000 to walk between the 1 minute distance to the police station. And say no say a vote buy and I'm
okay.
Those are some of the things. And when you encourage vote buy, Niakoba said right people will not get into political offices. Now, say right people do not get into political offices. It creates a problem at the very top. The other one is to say, governments come into power now, signing some fraudulent contracts. As a result of those fraudulent contracts, leading for those fraudulent contracts, only a political party activity financiers. And when they finance the political party activities, parties bad power, then they want the palm of the flesh. And to say vote buying and vote inducement and manipulation of the process. It will not only affect the political structure, but it will also create some level of fraud and criminality. And the last one is it has the tendency of creating confusion within the communities, because the delegates need for communities. Now, Kobani say rumor about, and I say it is confirmed. Say some delegates have taken money and they vote in a particular way. Now, family issue, then community fight. And that is the danger of what we are talking about.
Okay, something you can say, and you know, baby, so woman saw one more coin, one more fast saying more a track considerably now, Bano. One more
Kumasi and to far consistency to Sasokwa and answer Swame. Ask yourself, Oma Mutu about Swame. Where they be coming from? Would they be coming from Accra? And if somebody is coming from Accra to Swame, or somebody is coming from Tamale to Swame, and you are giving the person 3,000, 5,000 plus motorbikes and all that, are you going to hit your chest and swear, say that is not good buy?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so unless we want to lie about it again, as typical of Ghanaians, so we lied about almost everything. But other than that, the money is involved in giving to delegates to vote. It is vote buying straight away.
Okay.
In some other countries across Africa, we have vote buying directly.
Oh,
but in this place, law now, it doesn't talk about inter-party elections. He only talk about the national elections. So we can color it and name it and add all things to it. But at the end of the day, you vote by, and we all know that, isn't it?
Okay. So the NDC man you could free man penny so. Ghana mrachiri dwefie to abawie no wo mo si aso asem no a handle no unhu ni say
no, for government definitely to the extent say any happening in Baya or winning definitely government is going to call him back from the ambassadorial role. But you per se you prove democracy and governance. The question remains that once you hold a political position and you announce your intention and buy a form and file to contest for a political office, the right thing is for you to resign. And I say, government that appoint you must resign your appointment. Say, it creates all manner of issues for governance. Now, the question is, are we saying that in the case of our big brother in the Ayawaso East, if he had lost the election, will he go back to his position as an ambassador? Those are the questions we need to be asking and answering it. Then again, it is realized that there might be a whole lot of people face some person ambassadors. Now, the more to me very effectively. To the extent that government the ambassadorial position amount offer also politician in parliament. Have you not betrayed the trust of the president? Have you not betrayed the trust of the foreign minister and the foreign ministry? Those are the questions we need to be asking. And so, it will improve our democracy. Other than that, we'll go back to the olden days and offer any benefit. It will always be unproductiveness of our politics.
I don't the crater bontin say Ayawaso East NDC omo primaries no kra no wo mu ntwamu no you kumodo only say
and na investigation report ni beba investigation report ni ba na as part of the finding one. Number two, as part of the recommendation, it should be cancelled, disqualified, or no. I believe that is what the party will do. But we have to wait until investigators. I think it is today that they are supposed to submit the report. And the report, no, I think they will look at they will give them normally by investigations investigators investigation, which is the party will give us the terms of reference. Terms of reference here, Nyama 1, 2, 3, or per se, you should look at it. And so what do we do? If it is about issue of vote buying, they will verify to confirm. They will authenticate it, and they will ascertain it. No man share how much going into who collected who, and at what circumstances was the items and the monies given, and where were they given. They look at all that. Normal Oma share internally procedures of the party. Have they flattered any law? Then they will look at it nationally. Have they flattered any law? And to share the composition of the committee, to be quite security intelligence, we'll be looking at national security and national procedure for election. For saying parliamentarian and the politician, he'll be looking at the political side of it. MFI is a lawyer, he'll be looking at the legal policies of it. Then they will come out with a recommendation which will cover all the three areas. Now, the Nipana or commission investigation, which is the political party. The more, whatever they does with it, it will be left with them. But what I know is to go as higher as the FEC, which is the highest decision-making body in the NDC.
Yeja Ukrano, I didn't know to say, oh my, you do go a said you be mad, dear friend, say vote by a sweating at
the best is our law. The law now deals with national elections and non-party elections. This is their cocoa season, because someone said they vote for politicians, you don't see them again. Then number 5, the cost of election in Ghana in natural sense is becoming too expensive. Meaning, they be Albertina MP some of those borrow from individuals and from banks to finance their elections. How are you going to pay back? It will lead to fraud. And it will lead to criminality. That is why everybody is fighting to become a minister. And when they are not a minister, it creates problem for them.
Owia Commodore area yedase ene wadaje mai. Abusia ye ni Yera Richard Commodore na ekodi enkomo wabempa eba ni sika ehu dwadie enye kwampapa so na afi bimbo ensem se de nyesi boni kano fraud and security expert won ye ni kodi enkomo fa ayawaso is NDC won prime minister aye nchinwahyew na agent na ha ebo pata bibli se po asoche no
Bante won pese so mrahye dwani wo sanso ye kan esuafo ana wo hwe akwan ane kwantempon ensem so ayura Francis asenso buache no odi atu edwase enchiremu bia omansuafo a wo hwe akwan ane kwantempon ensem so rua Gavins Kwame Abuja edibetu dwa efa wonu nsentwerofo nhyiamu a woye edifa swami interchange hu se ni adimu no na enka eyensamso ahodo be se 9 ena wonu be nanso aban baye wo kire se ekai wo hunti wo hwan so ediaba ensamso mienu nanso soafo yi kire se entisa nemu nansamso no wode komiensa na afei ekwan bi a anu nso mu beyi ede atwa kumase ho ahia wonu matumi ayi osuse no beboa ama traffic ne so atumi atintise de edonkuma wonu wo mrahye dwafie fra santemantemu edebatu dwana entisa ne no edowura Francis asenso buache ene Owia TV edi enkita ho na wode ato edwa ewumu eseswafo no nso nkyemu wode baaye no aniama bi to achewo ewo ho a asa wonu be nsentwerofo nhia mu no wie ye achi no ene wode sansebo no eba ba hihye mu se de be ya ne de ebetumi ayede Francis asenso buache
a very important transportation hub for the country.
Okay.
And Kumasi is the second largest city in Ghana. Population needs grow every day. And the transportation needs of Kumasi are very important. And Tina, MPP Nina should say the Bayer interchanges, say the Bayer address. The first of this interchange, interchange. Now, Brian started secure finance in Ghana. COVID-19 was and summer debt restructuring by and about 4 years earlier, restructuring into or much musical. And in Tuma, the work for the organization, the financing, any year to be free, Afro Bank. And I did a show. You did a show where started construction, and your friend is so I'm honored, sir. Pipes are water is sewage, pipes are work Martin and it we spent a lot of time to relocate them and sign the actual construction. The project need delay kakra. No fault of the engineers and now buying. So what I say. Now you're starting here. Project no promise monitor. Copy say MPP are buying a free so. Now more buy and I'm saying because the project is important, no person move finance and big pushing about parliament. My parliament approve. Now, the minister ambassador the 2 instead of 40 years because it's chemical that actually discover and the reason is that it's started to the
Francis asenso buachi
abana yen sakraye ewo eto a friend se vatimu fijampim bienu ene aduonu enum ene ataka 1151 womo ayen sakraye ewo mu a ene yie no wani chemu bese enan no amane musu se Lufthansa eto ewo prempe the first aye wiemse gina bia de ni chemu ewo kotoka wiemse gina bia chese nya asem keto a enam sai no so ama ebinum ahyase a adane nchinwahye wa ye kansem bebre ede efa ho na eno ene neye ehwo pomasibre no ne ho ade so ano aboso kan spare parts dealers wono edili anase dwumadia wo mu diditi wo pa eye asen ene ehwo pempena ne ma eboa mesen etimi eye sen no wono aba abonten ama nkabom ko no di nsem bi ede abetu dwa wono sese aban ne momoden na animanimi ya ho brasie muli wono enkofom no nsa nkotena se biem na wono nyine hu tiawa wono kiremu a wedi ekotobekum ma sawe abandada etwa mu na wanyi chemu no enan enu nti se wo ba na wo ba beto ade a esombo e wo Ghana sika foforo yie 500 de tetewode no eye opepim enumu a na nka de beto so no tetewode ne 200,000 enei 20 cedis nanso sansa kraye we na aba na wo mapagye mu amara kwa kodu wo ha ne gichemu no abionu no e kire se enke enne ade anka kane no obeton 520 no enne man muso na akwa koduru eye opepem ensia aja se ha dwen ye pa 100 Ghana cedis yet to no opepem baako e no mo de aba beto so eno na awuranom ene ye maame mo di dwa e wa boso kan e de aba beto dwa na se abana hweye na wanhwe no antete niema so anase bampo nachi no ankohwem yie biemu a wenu edi renre beba beto wonum so ama wonum so ye omhwea enye yie se wonum niema a wonum ton wo ho no wonum so beba ebuo num so na se wonum so ma buo num so se ne be ye beboa na ne wonum so etuo ye a wonum betue yie etimi akwa ama omo ho ahan wo mo de a na se ekomai adwadifo a wonum so eba ho na ma baba be di dwa no wonum so na sebe wonum so ho bekire bo mo na afi wonum so edi egu wo mo yam ti wonum saban no se aban ne nhwe na onwene hu biem enye sade a ene ebehu ane se we ekura engine we so aye carburetor we so aye water tank ye na we eso spina we so ho ahwan a wo mate esi mountain so a wo mo yo ye kire die mu odin wo mo ne nsentrofo edi nkoma a Owia Kaseɛ ka ho bie no sei ena wo di tudwa
so the bar mean say o Bible so ka beto spare passa e so bo ahun yie enti adora fo no mo complain no ombenya complain this time because of say omo part besa ni bo besa ye din biom because omo bo no omo part ni bi na engines na ye 65,000 no na ebi ababa be do 57,000 ebi ye 53,000 na ye 40,000 about 35 ebi ye 34 wa say egusu ba form and say ba ne sa na say ni o turn 50,000 o be work 20% of it enti e besa shutu eden ko biom enti e ba ne sa na ma bo be de na 2 na we register o GRE no obe free marketing because ultimately no be on register Jerry no obo man kro no ultimately ni compete ni man dey wo form ye fa ni nya o the same source is same important no ho enti ba ne sa na che say adwuma pa abane ye no e be sa ma abano akwa nipa boni because o say wo ye adwuma pa wase no na Jerry fon so ye adwuma boni edit ya wo ye betu 20% na nka initial no ye tu only 4% pe na 4% no enye me am ye dealer na me tu ya wo wako bobo si akofa oniema begu ase na ne oba beto e de akwa obenye sika kotu a loan no emra ne se fa sa sika no to so na ne oba beto no ne fa ma no no ntu aka
we aye aboso kan spare parts dealers association wo man ka bom konsentwefo chemo ye ene yakotie bi
ayemu bi ati wo sekroma no wo brim atifi mansini mu wapoe mantam nam so ama abusunya bi wonum efie mu na afi wonum ajapade mpempem ankoma ana ni nyina ahye dwerebe wose sabre hosemi etu owura akom woni na abusunya eno ne yire eka ho na afi mamiensa asabre ka sedi wonum ajapade nyina ahye wonum na dansini a nani krochawisi ya ne hwene santem hu de ekoso wo kyesa ira moneti anu wote se bibi apai setopaye na enu achi no ano hu se eja edafie ni mu a enam soma ajapade ahye no kekabu mu a esum Ghana cedis ne be sempem aduanan enum afi sika anu nso ye empem nso ahanum enu nso ahye na dansini owura Patrick ayensu ne nkyire mu bi nie
mikwafom timikoye adwuma ebo tu no mi ba fie sembe rest kakra na enyimire kakra 5 no ma besan akokuru na we na me rest na mti se nsu abom ti nsu bom me sori ba na hu se nsu na mu na pa no kasem be 5 no amu pepepe na nsu no ene mframa kase ene nsu ni nyina hyase no kasem na akoye me ne meyire nko an na ewo fie ha nti mframa se na esi fa no na nya de a yebetimi apia bonche nti ne ye hyedam na nsu so wom nti ye hyedam na ne yete se agrada pai no kwasa ye kura hyedam no ekiki yen nam sa agrada na isi amamti pai kura wan ye ha nti mframa se na esi fa no na nya de a yebetimi apia bonche nti ne ye hyedam na nsu so wom nti ye hyedam na ne yete se agrada pai no kwasa ye kura hyedam no ekiki yen nam sa agrada na isi amamti pai kura 1 minute time no pepepe na mete empampan nti empampan na mete ye no na me se agrada na apai no fuse ni bi aburu ana satam so madundu medan mu nneoma nyina ti se na mframa ni fami ye se bibie dan na mate bebi a mahwe bebi a empampan na efri ba de se light ni bebi atoche ana bibisa nka mehu akwan na se na mframa ni si fa no bibie dan na mframa na epemi nti e ba se be protect me nkwa ti me ne my wife nyina na ye hyedan
eye Owia Patrick Ayensu na oye dance ni wasemi ho obo amane yi anu achi kwabena akom one ne yere adwoa asante wa asemato won agya won hwehwe ni nso Edward Sredie sei na to mpanyimfo anim
abra asem no si ye no na mimini ha na me se me kopaduane de abre nkokọ kakra me yo mu fi ha nti wo ma me ba no ana me kwam ana mte se me fu bele me fu bele na na nsuo su to ye na ese me gina na me hwe nipa kura wo frem nti wa na mu se me ba wo to so me ensan na wa frem da wo he na me so me kura me kokuru ma me kofa ade abre nkokọ no wo se ye se ho hyi o na me se ai ho hyi di amonko na monko hwe na munum nti na me ba me na mkwaso a me ba Jira ka mpese ka mi phone se afre nipa wofro ka ho sunso na na eto nti no me antima anyi phone ana mde phone shem botu na je se mutimoto so mirika me de ba ye de na je se nya sim kuma me beduru ya
we Owia kwabena akom one ne yere adwoa asantewa na won ho akan no akiri no enkoda no nso wo mo kire se wo mo yema ahyi wo mo pa amanei se de mo si huni ma no mo japade ana afi buku kura mo ibo kosuku akosua de no ne nyina ahye
Patro ye frame Christian akom Patro ye sra amanfo ne abusafo so mo meboai mini nuanom ye nyina ye ntade ahye nuamo mu kosuku kura tade so mo nya bi kura akokura ebi ni ho no ne nyina ahye boxo denyo bibia ye ni bi ye sra nkrofo so mo meboai ye hu nyina aguso ya tade hye ya na hye
ye frame Fredika Yesu senior ye ba fi na ijato ye den ye ba yi squatter de o se ye de ko school ni nyina ahye ye pem moa sent mo kwa meboa ni ntimi ko school ye mpe ye nsa no aduma bi ni enye within the Fredika Yesu junior pacho you aduma mu na ombe fe ka kire se nti fi e dan tuma eja tuma ye hye ene ye drum ka green ye ba na ebedum jam ye bush ye na ye bag ni empabo ni ahye nti penfo hia moa eso mo meboa
we ayare hosem a efri osekru me obrim atifi ewo akwamantamu eba na ayare hosem pa yegina eno so na sede ye konfo ogorogorogoro na twene agikrenke na jese wapon no ye di Owia TV wiei Kaseɛ boni nyina asi ewo hane yemfa na ase enkonfa Madwabewura Bank ose sikasemu wanyina efri ne nchen bobompa ye de nanso uhia nipa na waboa wo sikasemu Madwabewura Bank edwabi a wudi no baboa okama sanso na mo pafie enie emu papapa ne anwa ena afi tomato paste ebi wo ho maka chorada Thursday na eba no enkoje flowers ne twamu a wankɔhye da mu ansu gemu na fakɔtwene ho gianwa na fakosi ho gi tomato paste na fakoye hyeto na de hiadam ehu be hiam ko amopa fie papapa ewo hodom enyumako ne so yasemu a ye de awiei premtebra Kaseɛ bɔ no eba na ase ankoma newsroom aboafo nyina akosi asemu a kuku ajando oko MCR nso a eho ena obapa ya Grace ewo Samson Simon Nana Yaw ena PK studio manager ono nso ebe piapiane makama ewo ha Mr President ono nso na video ni ade a yebo nyina ohwe eye ho adwuma samufo eyewura Asante Yeboa Benedict wono ena semu a yedi nsemi ba kenkanfo ne yemme Nana Kwame Achimano Pambo ena
Abuja Penny also adumi ma remfisa links bi aye makeup salon wono so ena awiei meme watwe anim kama kwa awojo da ban mesrew ya afo ani chimu ho no na dwumadie bia no wonhwe ne wonsiesie ntwuna ma no mu bi mutwe am ba na mo cha afrafra nto enkoyie e wo ho no ya ma mo nyina mo ene hwa wode ahenewa